And one thing that I didn't realize when the pandemic came was how amplified Addie's challenges were in anyone who was hard of hearing. And again, it wasn't until Addie said, wow, my life is so much harder because we all had masks on. So she couldn't read lips. And what she could hear was muffled.
Correct. They
so talk a little about like what you encountered with your clients.
Without a doubt. Well, I mean, first of all, we never stopped seeing patients. While we're not an urgent department for services, we really are, because time is of the essence when identifying hearing loss and allowing a child to gain access to auditory, as well as go through years of intensive speech language therapy to learn how to use a cochlear implant for spoken language, all of those things. It is a time-sensitive diagnosis. So we never stopped seeing patients. We also certainly had to care for our kids who had cochlear implants. You couldn't leave them out there. They now rely on their hearing. So, they were coming in and we were mandatory mask in our department. And our patients couldn't hear us well enough, obviously, and now they have the visual cues taken away, which they rely on heavily for everything. And really, it was a big issue. We tried the clear masks, they fog up, we tried all the things, but all of us experienced this. I mean, if you were talking to somebody who had a mask on, they were probably getting their speech dampened by like 3 to 5 dB. And now we're also not having the visual cues, which is incredibly important for anyone with different levels of hearing. And if you throw in, like at the grocery store, there's also a plexiglass. There's another 10 dB that you're losing. And I was just like, I can't hear you. And, those of us, as we hit 30, you start to get a little decline in your hearing, which is what, I can't believe it starts then, but it does. So all of us experienced difficulties. It was very difficult for all of our kids.